Who doesn't love lots of negative numbers in here? So here's an example with some more negatives, and if there's another example, common sense would tell us that I'm going to do an example where I will have to change my sign because of multiplying and dividing by a negative number. First, I'm going to start with just solving like I normally would. I'm not going to switch out my equal sign this time, I'm just going to leave it as the inequality. Okay, I've got negative 1/3 times x plus 6. Opposite of adding 6 to both sides is to subtract 6. Negative 9 minus 6, or negative 9 plus a negative 6 is negative 15, is greater than negative 1/3 x. Now, in the opposite of multiplying a fraction would be to divide, but we don't divide fractions, we multiply by the reciprocal. Remember, a reciprocal is when I multiply my fractions together, and I need this to be equal to a positive 1. So what could I multiply by to equal that positive 1? I would do a negative 3 over 1, because then that's negative 1 times negative 3, that's 3 over 3 to equal the 1. Anyways, quick reciprocal review. Back to this problem over here. So the opposite would be to multiply by a negative 3 over 1 to both sides. Can't really see that, so we're going to kind of move this over just a little bit. Perfect. So I'm going to have negative 3 times 1 over here, or excuse me, negative 3 times negative 15 is greater than this. This all is going to equal out to 1x. Not my best x in the world, but that's okay. And then over here I'm going to simplify. Negative 3 times negative 15 is going to equal a positive 45. Now again, the question is 1x or x is the same thing. Did I multiply or divide by a negative number to both sides? The answer is yes. And so I'm going to have to switch my sign over, and so it reads negative 45 is less than x, or x is greater than 45. So when I go to graph, I've got, here's my 0, here's my 45. No line means an open dot. And if 45 is larger, that means all of my larger numbers, or things that are bigger than 45, will be the answer to my inequality.